Have you ever wondered about the very beginnings of democracy, that grand idea where people govern themselves? We often think of ancient Greece, particularly Athens, as its birthplace. But what if I told you that this revolutionary system had some surprising and significant limitations right from the start? Indeed, ancient Greek democracy, specifically the Athenian model, severely restricted participation. It was not a democracy for all, as only a small fraction of the population could truly engage in governance. Women, enslaved individuals, and foreign residents were all systematically excluded from the democratic process. The core reason for these exclusions lay in the strict definition of citizenship. In Athens, to be a citizen, you generally had to be a freeborn male, at least 20 years old, and have both an Athenian father and an Athenian mother. Women, while a vital part of Athenian society, were not considered citizens and were barred from voting, holding office, or participating in assemblies. Their role was primarily domestic, focused on managing the household and raising future citizens. Enslaved people, on the other hand, were viewed as property rather than individuals with rights. They performed much of the labor that supported the Athenian economy, but they had absolutely no political voice or legal standing in the democratic system. Then there were the metics, or foreign residents. These were free individuals who lived and worked in Athens, often for generations, contributing significantly to its economy and culture. However, because they were not born of Athenian parents, they could not become citizens, own land, or participate in the political life of the city. These combined groups represented a significant majority of Athens' total population, meaning the much-lauded Athenian democracy was in practice a system of self-governance for a select male minority. So, when we study ancient Greek democracy today, it is essential to understand this historical context. Do not project modern ideals of universal suffrage onto these early systems. Instead, recognize that the concept of the people, or demos, in Greek democracy was far narrower than our contemporary understanding. This helps us appreciate the historical journey of democratic ideals and how they have evolved over millennia to become more inclusive. By understanding these ancient limitations, we gain a clearer picture of how political thought and societal structures have progressed towards broader participation. It is fascinating to realize that even the term democracy, meaning rule by the people, was originally applied to a system where the people constituted perhaps only 10 to 20% of the actual inhabitants of a city-state like Athens. The ecclesia, the principal assembly of the Athenian democracy, where laws were debated and decided, was exclusively for these male citizens. This limited scope meant that decisions affecting the entire population were made by a very specific and privileged group. Understanding how ancient Greek democracy restricted participation provides invaluable insight into the ongoing evolution of democratic principles. It reminds us that the journey towards truly inclusive governance has been a long one, marked by continuous efforts to expand rights and representation beyond initial narrow definitions. This historical perspective strengthens our appreciation for the broader, more equitable democratic systems we strive for today.
If you're into this, like, subscribe, and drop a comment.